Let's head to Waco, Texas, where we find our Bears insider, Kevin Lonnquist. Baylor played in their share of big games this year, Kevin, including wins over Oklahoma and Texas. Now they'll face UCF. The Knights, yes, they're 11-1, but will the Bears take them seriously?
Well, I think if you're looking at Baylor, you've been in a program that no more than 5 years ago was considered the dregs of the Big 12 Conference. In fact, a lot of questions were raised as to why Baylor was even in the Big 12 to begin with. So I think if any program understands where you have to go in order to gain credibility, it's Baylor. And so I don't think Art Briles and his kids are going to overlook the Knights. Look, the Golden Knights won very important road games at Penn State early this year. They also rallied and won at Louisville and took the Cardinals out of the national championship picture. They also played very well at South Carolina and made that a 3-point game. They also have a very good quarterback in Blake Bortles, who could be an NFL first-round or second-round pick if he comes out. And they also have a very strong running back in Storm Johnson. You know, guys, in looking at this, their numbers between the Bears and the Knights really line up very similar to each other. You can talk about, obviously, that UCF has not played the type of conference schedule that Baylor has, but Baylor's not going to take them lightly at all.
Kevin, I'm sold. Good job. We saw two different Baylor teams, though, I think, this season. A great offense early on. They weren't executing later on in the season, really started to lean on the defense more. So which team are we going to see?
Well, I think you might see the Baylor team that played the second half against Texas. You know, really the interesting thing about this team is that Art Briles stressed how much this had become a complete team, and it really showed up in November. Think about it, guys. Between Oklahoma and Texas, games at Floyd Casey, those two blue blood programs combined for 22 points. Baylor's defense bailed it out and saved the game in their win at TCU, and they really played well in the final three quarters against Texas Tech. You could say what you want about the Oklahoma State game. That was just a really bad night. But Art Briles said after the Texas game that the way they started to play that second half against Texas, that he had a good feeling about the way they were executing. Plus the fact there's a chance they're going to get two of their top players back on offense. Tevin Reese, the wide receiver who dislocated his wrist, and he's the deep play threat. He dislocated against Oklahoma. They think he'll be back for that game. And Spencer Drango, the left tackle, who also got hurt against Texas Tech, has a chance to come back for that bowl game as well. So having those two big weapons back on offense on the line and at the wideout position really could help Baylor execute at a higher level, plus the fact they're going to be playing in perfect conditions there in Glendale.
That's the beauty of these long stretches between the end of the season and the bowl game, a chance for a lot of guys to heal up. All right, Kevin, thanks very much for that.